Hi everyone, I am doing a quick video on how I made this card. Now this is not my original idea. This card is cased from a card that was created by Josie Smuck, a demonstrator here in Canada, and I absolutely loved it. And like I said, I used pretty much the same colors. I just changed the sentiment, but I've had a lot of great response to this card. I posted it on my blog last week, and everyone's loving it. So it's really easy and it's so pretty. So first of all, thank you, Josie, for the wonderful inspiration. So for this video, I'm going to use a rose red card base. This is one of our retiring colors, and it's a pretty color, so I thought I would use that. And then we're gonna brighten it up. Hoo-ah! Lemon lime twist. Okay, so I have my clear D block, and I'm taking my lemon lime twist and my rose red ink pads, and I'm going to ink up this block. So I'm starting with the lemon lime twist, and I'm only covering half. Then I'm going in with my rose red, which is very wet. So now I'm going to take my spritzer, which has some water in it, and I'm just going to lightly mist it. And go that way. And just hold it down while it soaks into that paper. So there you have it. It reminds me of a strawberry. Very nice. And I want to make another one using Marina Mist and Pear Pizzazz. So I'm going to do the same thing that I just did, just using different colors. And I'm doing this because I want you to see just how you can take one technique and change the colors and have something so different. So I'm taking my Pear Pizzazz. Let me set that aside. Ink that up. And my Marina Mist. Marina Mist is also retiring. Oh my goodness, I love this blue. However, we have some beautiful new colors coming, so I'm really excited. So I'm going to lightly mist this again. Whoops, wrong direction. There we go. Oh, this one's a good one. You can see how it all blended. So every time you do it, it's different. So what you want to do is you want to wait until these are completely dry, or you can sap them with the heat tool. I do want to show you too that when I spritzed this, I spritzed it a little too close to the paper, and I got little splatter marks on this. But you know what? I love how that turned out, actually. So that's how those got there. So I'm going to take my Sheltering Tree stamp set, taking my tree, and just putting it on my block. And because it's photopolymer, I want to use my Memento ink. And I also want to have the paper piercing mat, foam mat underneath, because when you're using photopolymer, you're going to get a much better impression. So, inking up my tree. And I'm going to stamp right on top. Pushing nice and firmly. Ta-da! Super nice. Then I'm going to do the same thing here. And I think I'm going to stamp over on this side. Okay. Oh, I got a little bit of ink on there, but you know what? That's all right. That's all right. It's all good. So, before I stamp my sentiment, I need to cut these with my square die on the Big Shot. Okay, so I have my layering squares dies, and I'm taking this one right there. So basically you would pick the square die that fits inside of that D block. Sorry, there you go, now you can see. And then I'm putting it on my magnetic platform, just like that. And put the plate on top and run it through the Big Shot. Okay. So that's what I end up with. And do the same thing here. Okay, so there's my pieces. Okay, so I'm bringing this back in to the camera, and I've got the Just Add Text. This stamp set is retiring. Okay, I've decided to use this stamp. It says, I don't know what the future holds, but I'm happy you're in it, which I think is very nice. I'm gonna grab my block. Just putting a little bit of chapstick on there. That holds my clear stamp perfectly, does not come off the block. Inking this up. Okay. Now I'm just putting on some adhesive, and then this is going to go onto the front of my card. Then I've got some Stampin' dimensionals. On the back of that square bit. If you ever struggle getting the backings of your dimensionals off, just push in the center and it'll just lift up on the side. And then you just position that right inside the cut portion. And there you have it. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I love this layout. So let's finish this one now. I have a little surprise for this one. I'm using a sneak peek stamp set. This is from a promotion coming out in May, and it's also a new stamp set from the annual catalog. So I'm super excited to use this. I am going to use It's a Beautiful Day. Look, brand new. I haven't even used this yet. First of all, let's make sure that fits. Oh, it's iffy. Iffy, iffy. What about the other one? Yes, that fits better. So I'm going to do that one. Put that on my block. Very exciting using a brand new stamp set. So the details for this promotion will be out on May 1st, but this stamp set is one you're going to love. Look what I just did. So the back of this block wasn't clean. It's messed up this corner, so I have to figure out how I'm going to fix that. Oh, look how pretty that is. Alright, I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix up this bit right here. Can you kind of see that? It's faint, but it's there. I'm going to take the Waterfront stamp set. I'm going to use this image right here. Taking my Pear Pizzazz ink pad. And I'm just going to try to add some grass just to kind of cover that up. Now I'm using this image from the Waterfront stamp set as well. There. Good enough. That is how I am fixing that little bit. Okay. So goes on the front. Now, I also wanted to cover up this little black bit and kind of forgot about it. So before I erase that on dimensionals, I am taking this image from the High Tide stamp set. See, this is how I fix my boo-boos, you guys. And nobody would ever know. So, if you do something like that, you know, preferably want to stamp it before you cut it. There. Now I got my birds. Okay. Where are my dimensionals? My desk is starting to get a little bit scary with everything going on here. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I really like it with the birds. This is why sometimes when you do a mistake and you go to fix it, it actually works out even better. Isn't that fun? Really like how that turned out. So there's the two cards. Here's the card that I cased from Josie, just changing, you know, the sentiment. And I'm pretty sure she used the same colors too. This is Sweet Sugar Plum and Old Olive. So you can tell you get such different looks, and you can put the green on the top or the blue, you know, it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong. But you know, I had a thought. These are the stamps that are part of this month's Paper Pumpkin. I just got my kit yesterday, and I was thinking this would be pretty cool with this technique. So I want to give that a try. So I've just cut some fresh fig cardstock and a piece of smoky slate, all the same dimensions as the previous cards. Stick that on, and let's ink this up. Fresh fig, smoky slate. So, as you know, I'm completely winging this card because I don't know how this is going to turn out. And if you don't have the Paper Pumpkin, well, you may want to try Paper Pumpkin because it's pretty cool. But if you don't have this month's kit, use the High Tide if you have that stamp set, because you could just stamp these images in the black, like we did the tree. But I'm going to use this this lighthouse that I just got yesterday, just because I'm dying to try it. But first of all, I need to ink this. And you know what? I have a situation with my cat always getting on top of things, and I could see all the fur on there. So I'm actually going to wipe that off with a rag and redo it. Okay. There's that. And now the fresh fig. Whew, that's dark. And just a little note, when you're spritzing your clear blocks, using our Stampin' Mist doesn't work as well. You really want to use, if I can find mine, you really want to use your spritzers with your water, because you get a whole different mist on this. Because when I first started using my my clear blocks to create watercolor backgrounds like this, I wasn't having really great success. And then I realized it's because I was using water in an old Stampin' Mist bottle. Honestly, it works much better using our Stampin' Spritz bottles. So, on that note, get everything out of the way and make sure it's good. Mist that up. And I'm actually going to take my foam pad, because I got a little bit too much water on my background there. And I better hurry up and figure out if I want the gray on the top or the fresh fig on the top. Going with the fresh fig on the top. Oh, I love watching that come together. And I'm a little bit like off center, but you know what? Who cares? See, already that looks really nice and masculine, which is what I wanted. So I'm going to zap that with the heat tool real quick. So I just took my heat tool over that really quick just to dry it. Now I'm going to take my lighthouse, give this a whirl. Even the anchor, I just stamped everything last night on this scrap paper, but even the anchor would be cool with this technique. But I really want to try it with the lighthouse, especially, you know, born and raised on the west coast of Canada and now living on the east coast of Canada. Lighthouses are definitely a symbol of this area. I'm going to put it right here. See? That looks pretty cool. And I think you all knew the birds were going to be coming out for this card. Okay, and I'm going to use this expression, let hope be your lighthouse, beckoning you through stormy seas. Okay, I actually don't have the fresh fake marker, so I'm actually just going to take my ink pad and dab that word hope. Then I'm going to take my black marker and color in these words around it. And then my ink pad to do the rest of it. And hopefully it'll ink up nicely. And it did. I'm really pleased with that. I'm going to take my clear wink of Stella and add some glimmer. There. That looks nice. Actually, maybe do it on the hope too. This is how I work in real life when I'm stamping. I'm sure most people are the same. So now we've got glimmer on that lighthouse and on the word hope. So let's run that through the Big Shot. And then I'm just going to finish it like we did the other cards. I actually really like that fresh fig with the smoky slate. It's very pretty. There. I'm super pleased with that. So there's my two with the sheltering tree, and then this one using the April paper pumpkin with the lighthouse. And of course you could use any stamp set. Here's the card that started it all. Case from Josie Smuck. Again, thank you. I loved this card. And I could just continue stamping. I swear, I could just keep on going. The possibilities are endless. So much fun. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Happy stamping.